What up, guys? Welcome back to another video. It's your boy Vibingwithfred. Today we are going to react to Austin's dating in Brazil to Tanzania dating. This is probably one of the most anticipated videos that I've been looking forward to him posting, for the simple fact I saw his dating experience when he was here. And my boy couldn't miss, right? So we know Africa has a lot of beautiful people, all right? A lot of beautiful women in a lot of countries, all right? So we know that Brazil and Africa share very similar cultures, very similar dances. A lot of stuff comes from Africa here deep inside the culture in Brazil. And it's also mixed with Latina culture as well in Brazil. So this is gonna be an interesting video, all right? But before we get into today's video, I want to let you guys know that the offer is still on the table, bruh, for the $50 to enter in the link in the description, right? If you're looking to trade and make remote income, there's not a lot of YouTubers that's in this travel space that's teaching guys how to make money, all right? Because we know a lot of remote jobs require you to actually be stationary within the States. It's very difficult and it's time consuming. You gotta have this, you gotta work for them a certain time before you can branch out, right? To live overseas. And then you also have to use a VPN, which a lot of the times is illegal. It's kind of like GPS spoofing. It's putting your location in a place you're not. It could be kind of risky, you know what I'm saying? So guys, if you're looking for a legit way to make income, I'm gonna actually post some screenshots of guys that's just starting in the group making income, right? It's only 50 bucks, bro. Like, everybody that's joined the group has made their money back plus, right? So right now within the group, we have a $200 challenge going on for everybody that's challenging themselves to make 200 bucks. Bro, there's a lot of people who already smashed that. All right. So anyways, today is Tuesday. The markets opened up on Sunday. In between Sunday, we won a lot of trades. Monday, we won a lot of trades. And today, we've already won a lot of trades. People have already made their money back, plus grew their account, right? So if you're interested in joining the group, bro, the link will be in the description below. I'm not gonna keep promoting it, because at this point, it should be, bro. The money that the people that are making, I ain't even talking about just new people. I'm talking about long-term money that you're making, the bigger accounts that people are making, bro. You can make really great income every single day, right? I'm teaching you guys strategies, techniques, one-on-one training, live trading calls with me every week, bro. Teaching you guys technical analysis. So there's a lot of stuff I'm teaching you guys that you should be paying a lot more than 50 bucks for. So anyways, if you're interested in that, join the link in the description below, and let's get to this reaction. All right, so first of all, this is fair use. We're reacting to Austin's video, dating women in Brazil versus Tanzania women. Let's get it.
All right, you guys, it's Austin Holloman, back again with another video. And I'm doing this one off the top of the head with no sleep. Guys, God was talking to me last night, and he got me to realize some things that I needed to hear. How do I know God was talking to me? Because I'm sick still. I'm almost done recovering. But I got into bed because I had a photo shoot apparently right now, but the photographer didn't wake up. So we were waiting, but he didn't wake up. And I did not sleep 10 seconds. I literally laid in the bed 5-6 hours trying to fall asleep and never fell asleep. And that was because I needed to think about something. And I thought about it, and I've made my decision. Now let's get into the video. I got to give everybody a bone, not everybody a bone, some of my audience a bone, because I know men want to hear about, we can talk about all this, what's the investment opportunities, but what if a guy wants to find a wife? You know, what if a guy wants to date in these other countries? I'm not going to sit up here. I know I've already been in trouble for talking about women, but I'm not saying nothing negative. I'm just telling it like it is.
People need to understand that speaking about women doesn't not mean that you're being negative or saying it's not possible or the opportunities are not present. Like, you have people that say that, and still to this day, even though I've made countless videos telling you that there's a lot of great women in Brazil, but there's also a lot of women in Brazil that is not wifey material. So when I made the video talking about can you find a wife in Brazil, a lot of the women are not wifey material. Can you find them? Yes, but compared to like other countries, I would say the volume is a lot higher. Now Brazil has a lot of beautiful women, but a lot of the women are not. I said then that a lot of women are not wifey material just based off of the things that they do, right? For instance, a woman, if you're walking down the street, you know, if you see a woman that's attractive and she thinks you're attractive and she comes up and kisses you, or y'all kiss in the middle of the street, y'all don't know each other from Adam, and y'all are now kissing in the street, what are the chances of that possibly being a wife? Could that be your wife? Yeah, but the chances are not high, right? And that happens a lot in Brazil, believe it or not. So when people say that, when they speak their opinion about the women in Brazil or Colombia and so on and so forth, that's not saying that it's impossible to find, right? But people have the right to their fucking opinion. Anyways, let's keep going.
Dudes want to hear about women, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that.
Exactly.
Now, so I'm gonna compare it to, and the reason I'm comparing to, I want to compare my dating experiences in Brazil. I'm not gonna go into detail about Brazil because I've already done that, but I'm gonna compare what it's like there versus here in Tanzania. Number one hugest difference in between the two is the choosing signals. I've only been to Dar. Maybe it's different in other cities, but in this city, choosing signals happen from about 10% of the women that are interested in you. What does that mean? That means if you're not good at cold approach of women, don't come here.
So I would say, and I'm gonna let Austin finish his point because I don't know what he's about to say, but just based off of choosing signals alone, bro, if you're not even, you don't even have to be an extremely attractive guy, right? If you're just average and you know how to clean up good, you know how to dress somewhat nice, smell good, carry yourself in a masculine frame, you would have no problem getting choosing signals in the street. Now, I will say you're not gonna get any choosing signals in Brazil if you're not somewhat in shape and a little bit attractive. You know the difference between someone that's trying to be attractive and make themselves appealing and someone who just showing up and not doing shit to make themselves a better person, right? Like out of shape and fat, or not cutting their hair, right? Not edging up their hair, not grooming, you know, not doing the basic things that every man should be doing anyway. Not trying to be your best version of yourself. If that's not you, then your choosing signal percentage is gonna be down, right? You're not gonna get that many people looking at you in public, right? So the best thing for you would probably be dating apps. But then when they see you, depending on what pictures you post, it may or may not work out in your favor, right? So I would say the best outside of dating apps, because that's easy, but being in public, you're gonna get way more attention if you dress nice, just dress basic, like something like this, like a white beater and some shorts, right? And wearing clothes that reveal your body more. Like if you wear like a shirt, don't wear a baggy shirt, baggy shorts, baggy trunks, shit like that. Wear stuff that's more fitted, so people can see your physique, right? So that's just my take on it. And the choosing signals in Brazil, if you do the little things that you're supposed to do, are extremely high. All right, extremely high.
Don't like cold approaching women, don't come here. If you have an issue with cold approaching women, do not come here. If you're used to somewhere like for example, Brazil spoiled me with that choosing signal stuff. If you're used to that, this is not the place for you, because you're gonna have a hard time adjusting. That's gonna be a big culture shock. Because in Brazil, I don't have problems approaching women, but I got used to women giving me a super green light first.
And that's 100% facts. Like if let's say for instance, and you go out 10 times, you go out 11 times, right? And all 11, or let's say 10 of those times, you know, you're doing what you're supposed to do as a man, and then you just getting women just choosing you like crazy, right? And let's say you go out that 11th time, and then one chick that you see is extremely attractive, and you like, damn, but she ain't choosing you, but you like, fuck it, I'm gonna try to shoot my shot anyway, and she don't go with it, right? When you went like Austin is saying, when you've been spoiled by getting certain attention, right? It's hard to approach somebody that's not giving you that same attention. Cause you bro, there's been times where I'll be walking down the street and a chick be like, "Oh my gosh, are you real? Do you exist?" And these are like, I'll be with subscribers and there'll be some nice chicks, bro. It's like, yo. So it's hard to like get that type of energy, and then you see a chick that's like extremely bad and she's not choosing you, but you still want to approach it. I would say in Brazil they make it very, very known if they interested, and if they're not interested, they're not going to be choosing, right? So it's easier. So a lot of people always say, how does people come here and succeed so well? Because they know how to read the room. If you don't know how to read the room and you're not observant, you're gonna miss every single one of them, right? If you could have all the choosing signals in the world here, but if you have step in Brazil, you're not gonna win, bro. Like, you're not gonna have this successful dating experience. All right, let's keep going.
Because if you guys do know, in Brazil, if you guys have been to Brazil, you know what I'm talking about. You walk into a room, let's say you go into a restaurant. There's usually a bunch of women everywhere, but you go into a restaurant. If a woman is interested in you, she will be watching you like a hawk watching a snake from the sky.
Facts. Facts.
You know, she won't take her eyes off it. It'll be as clear as day that she's interested in you. There's no way you have to be a damn fool to miss it.
Facts. It's so bad. And then sometimes you look around just like, is she looking at me like that? And you looking and it's like, damn, bro. Like, if this happens in the States and a guy is choosing a girl, right? She'll probably call the cops because she's in fear for her life, right? And if a girl is looking at you like that in the States, she probably want a box type shit. But the chicks, the way they give choosing signals here, bro, is like they will literally walk you down with their eyes every step of the way. When you go into the bathroom, if you're with a girl and she's interested, she gonna do the same exact thing and let you go to the bathroom by yourself. Excuse me, ladies, I gotta go to the bathroom. That's what she telling the girls, and she gonna make her way to the bathroom too, and just so happen to catch you while you coming out type shit, or pretend she dropped something right there, bro. I'm telling you, and I'm not making this shit up. They do that, and I've been with Dylan, I've been with Austin, I've been with a few different friends, bro, and with my girl there, and they would be like, bro, this chick is literally doing the most to try to get your attention. That shit happens a lot. They don't care, you know. Some respect it, but some of them don't give a damn that you with somebody, bro. All right. So the choosing signals are very, very, very clear in Brazil, right? So let's keep going.
In Tanzania, that's not the case. It's absolutely not the case at all. I've had choosing signals here. They were from a certain type of woman, if you knew, read between the lines, so they weren't really choosing signals. But I've had choosing signals.
I think we all know what type of woman that is, and yeah, that don't count. So you have guys that have come to Brazil, and they was like, man, I get all these baddies and baddies and baddies, but they never show proof of it. And then when they do, hey, no, this is who it is, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, bro, she got Instagram? Show me the Instagram. See the Instagram? Bro, this is not a regular girl, right? We know what she doing. Or like, hey, everybody grab a chick, let's go out and let's kick it as a group. I got my girl, y'all, everybody bring a girl, and somebody brings a girl. And it's very obvious, bro, what this girl does. But anyways, everybody got their own thing. But that's not a choosing signal, bro, if that type of chick is interested in you.
From regular women, and that was just very rare. But I did get numbers when I just decided, oh, you know, she's not really paying me no attention, but I'm gonna walk over there and just talk to her because I find her attractive. And that works. And I don't like doing that. I really don't. But that's...
Honestly, cold approaching, to me, is tiring and exhausting, bro. Like, I feel like if you're doing everything you're supposed to be doing as a man, you're in the gym, eating good, drinking water, clean shaven, getting a cut, you know what I'm saying, smelling good, you on point. And I feel like if women are not choosing you, then it's either it's something going on, and it's not necessarily something wrong with you. So don't think that as a man, like if they're not choosing me, there's something wrong. If you're doing everything you know you're supposed to be doing, then that chick just not interested, bro. Some people don't like tall guys, right? Some women don't like short guys. Some women prefer bigger guys. Some women prefer, you can be a model type dude, and some women just not attracted to that, bro. Like, so it really depends, like, it really depends. It's not something necessarily that you're doing wrong. If you know you're doing all your shit right, it could just be that she just genuinely not interested. And if a woman ain't interested, I don't give a shit how good she look, bro. I'm not wasting my energy because I know the type of energy women give me when they're interested. So if she ain't even acknowledging the fact that I just walked in this room, I don't give a shit that she even exists, bro. So that's the type of mindset men need to have. Whether you going to Brazil, Colombia, DR, Thailand, Philippines, Tanzania, Kenya, Ghana, it don't matter, bro. If a chick does not have the audacity to look in my direction when I walk into the room, and I know I'm on point and I know I got my shit right, why the hell would I waste my energy to approach her, bro? I'm not doing it. And I advise you to not do it as well, because I feel like that shit like that is what gas women up. Because I'm not saying, I've never been to Africa, but I'm not saying that it's westernized by any means. Though I've heard certain parts of Africa do where they have this whole Western mindset. I don't know exactly where, but I've heard that it's there. But that type of shit is what gets it started. If a woman ain't interested, if she ain't choosing you, then don't pay her no mind, bro. Just like you don't exist to her, she should not exist to you, bro. So some women just get a joy, a kick, a rise out of the fact that I don't have to say shit to nobody. They just walk up to me. No, bro. No.
The culture here, can't change it. That's not gonna change for me. I'm just telling you guys what I'm seeing. And yeah, you're gonna cold approach. There's no way around it. So that's a heartbreaker for a lot. So if you're on the Brazil speed, Tanzania has just as much stuff as Brazil does, except for that. Like that's the biggest difference. Let's talk about fitness. You guys do know very well Brazil has a huge fitness culture. Like, you go to the gym, it's always packed from open to close. And
I'm gonna drop a gem for you guys real quick. When you come to Brazil, if you want to find the baddest, and I mean the baddest women, this not in self-fit, it's not in smart fit, it's not in any CrossFit gyms. You need to go to Body Tech. Body Tech. In Salvador, they only have like 5 or 6 of them. In the whole entire state, it's crazy. In the state of Bahia, it's only like 5 or 6. But you go to Rio and Sao Paulo, bro, there's one, right? Actually, I don't even think Salvador has that many. It might be less. It might be way less, but it might be 1. And it's in, it might be 1, maybe 2. But I know 1 for sure is in the shopping mall, right? In Salvador shopping. So I only been once. It's in Salvador shopping or shopping to Bahia. One of the two. It's in that shopping mall, bro. That's the only one in the area. But you talking about some of the baddest women in Salvador, and they got paper, bro. So not that even matters that they papered up, but if you want that type of quality of woman, though, you can find them in Smart Fit and Self Fit. But they not on that level of these IG models that you're thinking. Like, this is where a lot of the celebrities, the people with money go. A lot of the top artists, this is where they go and work out. And it's like, it would be in the States, it would be equivalent to like LA Fitness or what's another big Lifetime. You know how that shit played out. They got all the amenities. That's how it is at Body Tech. All right, just to give you guys a quick little tip.
Especially in the beach cities, 80% of the population at the gym is going to be women. Majority of the women in Brazil are going to be fit. Here, I'm going to make this clear. There is no, I'm not going to say there's no, but I'm not seeing a large number of obese women. Actually, I don't think I've seen any.
Time out, bro. I don't think, you guys know, Austin did this shit all the time. If you're watching this, you know exactly what I'm about to talk about. Everybody just saw Austin drinking that coconut water, right? I've never in my life seen anybody buy a coconut water and then 2 seconds later the shit is gone, bro. I'm like, and we used to buy coconut water at the same time, and I like to walk and enjoy my coconut water, bro. And by the time he didn't swipe his card for the transaction, that shit gone. I'm like, damn, bro. That nigga drink. I've never seen somebody drink coconut water or water, period, so fast, dog. This nigga don't even taste the coconut water.
Obese women here. Now, if you guys know the definition of obese, if you don't know, look it up. I've not seen a large number of obese women here, but I haven't seen any. The women here do not go to the gym. Like, that's not, there's women in the gym, yes, but that's not something that's just common like that.
And I think I can believe that to a certain degree, but we know that Africans genetically have a very strong frame, right? A lot of Africans are not. A lot of Africans that you meet are typically slender. They're slim, or they got hips and curves, right? And even some of the guys are more like, you don't see a lot of fat African men, right? Now, do they have them? Yes, but a lot of the times they look like Elvis or the other guy that was in his video. So just look at the guys that's in Austin's videos. They all have that slim, athletic frame, right? Kind of like me, kind of like Austin, kind of like most guys that's in our videos, right? Not too many guys are out of shape. And they don't look like they work out, but they just genetically built that way. And with the women in Brazil, I feel like, we all know, I mean, Brazil, Africa, a lot of the women just got yams, right? They can be small up here than yams, right? And that's just genetically, bro. They're just genetically built like that. So either they big at the top, like busty as hell, and got yams. Like, that's just the stereotypical body shape for Africans. So a lot of them probably don't work out. And even in the video that he posted in the gym a few times, the gym is like, I don't know if it's the time of the day that he's going, but it looks like it's during the day. The sun is up. In Brazil, that shit is packed. Like, sometimes I hate going to the gym because you always fucking waiting on equipment. There's never a moment, I mean, like, damn, when is there a slow hour in the gym? Because you wake up early and go, and the shit's packed. And then in the middle of the day, that's just, people go to the gym on their fucking lunch break, right? If they get one, even if it's a 30-minute lunch break, they still going. And then at the end of the day, they all going after work. So it's like there's never a empty moment where the gym is just like, shit's always fucking full, bro. Doesn't matter what gym it is. And that gym that he went to in Tanzania, it always looks like it's on the low side and nobody in that shit. Especially no women. The only people I've seen in that shit is white women. I ain't seen no black.
Keep in mind, the gyms in Brazil are $25 a month for a Smart Fit, which is what I was paying. I think I was paying the most expensive one too. Here, the gyms are...
And Body Tech is 60 to 70 US a month, which is expensive, but you get a lot of shit, and the people you're there with is on the high end of Brazil.
Like $75, $100 a month. A day pass is $15. So a lot of people cannot afford the gym because, I mean, as an American, that's high.
Yeah.
You know, I was paying $20 in the States $30 in the States, I mean.
Yeah.
For 24-hour fitness.
Shit, I was paying like anywhere between 12 and 20 for a fitness connection in Dallas. So, yeah, that's expensive, bro.
And so for me to come to an African country, I'm thinking I'm gonna pay less. I'm paying triple of what I was paying in the States. So
that's crazy.
They can't afford to go to the gym, nor is there a huge gym culture here. So when you go to the gym, you can count how many people are in the gym. When you're in Brazil, you cannot count how many people are in the gym. But here you can count, it's usually like 6 to 8 people in the gym at a time. Majority of them are men. Now, does that mean the women are out of shape? Absolutely not. I don't know how they do it, but somehow they all still have low body fat.
I'm gonna tell you guys this, and he said I don't know how they do it. I'm gonna tell you exactly how they do it. Because what you look like on the outside is 80% of what you eat. You can eat like shit and go to the gym every day, every night, 2 to 3 times a day. It ain't gonna matter, bro. Now, if you're eating better than you're lifting, you're gonna look like you're doing something, but you're not. You're just eating. You have a better, clean diet, right? So I would, if Brazil is, I mean, if Africa, if Tanzania is similar to Brazil when it comes to the food being organic and not pumped with GMOs and all that bullshit, preservatives, right? Then it's similar. I know a lot of Brazilians who just truly don't work out, but they eat good and they walk every day and they look like they live in the gym, but they don't.
But I'm not gonna say low body fat. They all have a tight waist
and yams,
and they have hips, and they're very well built, but they do not go to the gym.
Yeah.
I guess that's just African genetics or Tanzanian genetics. I don't know. But that's what it's like here when it comes to that. As far as meeting women on the beach, from what I've seen here, the beaches are pretty much dry. Even the nicest beaches I've seen have just been pretty much just the water and the sand and the restaurant. I mean, they have...
Bro, I'm gonna say this. It's hard to go anywhere else after coming to Brazil's beaches. Now, Brazil does have a lot of chill beaches, what they call tranquilo, but it's hard to go to beaches where it's not jumping and lit. You know what I'm saying? When you go to a beach, like Austin went from Salvador to Tanzania. Wait, he went from Salvador to the Philippines to Thailand, which both have beaches, and now to Tanzania. And it's hard going from Salvador beaches where it's always lit, music pumping. They got girls dancing on the beach. The guys are all lit. Everybody's drinking, having a great time. It's non-stop at a lot of beaches in Salvador. So to go from that to just water and sand and nobody. Like, even there's some places where you go, like in Brazil, where the beaches are just hella chill. It's not the same. It's like, damn, do I really want to sit here and kick it? It's different, bro.
Like the beach clubs like Wavuvi that I go to, you know, but that's just more of a club. Nobody's in the sand in a beach chair with an umbrella listening to music like they do in Brazil. So that's a huge difference. You're not gonna meet women at the beach. Another difference between the two, language barrier. Yes, they speak Swahili here primarily, but just about everybody knows English, it seems like. If you've been to the Philippines, just about 100% of the people know English. I'd say like 90, 85, 90% of the people here know English. Enough English for you to converse with them and do what you need to do. In Brazil, you're gonna need to learn Portuguese to communicate with those women. So you can either learn Portuguese or not. Listen to the video, tell me which one you like more. I mean, it's up to you, it's your decision.
Trying to learn Portuguese?
So I would say if you just genuinely don't want to learn the language here, it would probably be a better idea to go somewhere where Portuguese is not the primary language, because that's going to make all of the difference in your experience in Brazil. Even if you're here for a week, if you can speak basic conversational Portuguese, bro, you will literally have that much more of a greater time and a greater experience with Brazilians if you can speak the language. Just me, for myself, I know the difference between when I didn't know it and when I know it. it opens up so many opportunities, so many doors. People that you thought you wouldn't have talked to, but you can speak to them because they don't know anything in English other than hello, how are you, thank you, and a few other words I can't say on YouTube. But if the language barrier is a problem for you, I would say Brazil would probably not be the best option. If you do come to Brazil, I would say the #1 place to go would be Rio, because that's the most visited place for all gringos. Will be going to Rio. All right.
You're going to forget what you learned unless you have a resource.
The next point, catering. Now, the difference between these two, Brazilian women cater to men. Yes, they will cook. Yes. But they are still in the West, so they still have a little bit of that feminist propaganda in a lot of their heads.
This is very true. If you ask, and I think it is propaganda, and I don't know if they truly know the word, but if you say the word submissive, it's like cutting them so deep, right? They don't understand. They're similar to the women in the U.S. when they say, "I want my woman to be submissive to me," and they think that means being a slave. And the first thing they say is, "This is not the old days. This is not 19 blah 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 or 18 blah blah blah. Times have changed, right?" That's what they say in the States. Now in Brazil, they do still kind of run from their word, and they do have a little bit more. They have a little bit more Western. It's not equal to the Western mindset, but it's up there. Not up there, but it's closing in that gap. Unfortunately, now we know just by historically Africans typically still adapt that patriarchy mindset where men are at the top and women follow the men's lead and men are in power and such and such, right? So we know that a lot of the women's position is in serving mindset like they do for the men. Now you still had a lot of those women here in Brazil too. Don't get it wrong. They still are here. A lot of them are here still. But they are not so far. They're not so much in the younger generation. They're more with the women that are like 25, 26 and up. All right, so let's keep going.
So you might not hear them say slave, but I've had Brazilian women tell me like, "Hey, Austin, if you wanted somebody to clean," which guys, my place is always clean. My place never needs to be clean. If my place is dirty, somebody else messed it up. So if I ask a woman to clean my place up, that literally means make the bed back. And I'm looking around right now, and there's really not shit else for you to do. So if there is something else for you to do, that's something that you did. I keep my place like presentable at all times. That's how I was raised. And that's the best way to be, trust me. I had a chick tell me, if you want somebody to do that, you need to hire a maid, which I had a maid.
Bro, I've had a lot of women say that here in Brazil. We could just hire somebody. Why the fuck would I hire somebody and waste money, right? If I'm the one that's going out and working and doing all this, and you're home, right? Let's say she's home. Why would I hire somebody when you're home? I know if I'm at home, I'm gonna be cleaning and washing the dishes and so on and so forth. If I can do it, why the fuck can you not do it? And you have women in Brazil that have that same mindset, talking about we could just hire somebody. That's a waste of fucking money. That's a waste of money. Why would I hire a cook and a maid, right? When you here, you know what I'm saying? And we both here. If I can do it, why can't you do it?
Yes, I had a maid already, but you messed that up.
Right.
And you came to my crib and messed it up. Why can't you clean it?
Right.
Those issues, those type of conversations, sometimes you'll run into in Brazil. In Tanzania, you're not running into that. I was actually impressed by the Tanzanian women by how they made the bed so well, and they got in there and they just cleaned up. They just cleaned up and was just wiping stuff that didn't need to be wiped.
That's not surprising, no. It's not surprising at all.
Like they're raised different. And that's because we're in Africa. That same propaganda, yes, it's in some places here, but a lot of places, they're not teaching women to disrespect or be non-catering to a man because they know that goes nowhere fast. I would speak on effort. Brazilian women do give a lot of effort, like a lot of effort. I haven't been serious with anybody in Tanzania in the 30 days long enough, which is odd because in Brazil it doesn't take 30 days for somebody to show you that amount of effort, but I haven't been serious enough with anybody here.
It don't take 30 days to find somebody serious in Brazil if you know what you're looking for and she on the same page. It don't take that long to see that she's serious about me. Now, if you're interested in her and serious with her on a deeper level, that's up to you. But as far as women doing it, they're gonna make it pretty known. All right, I'm gonna tell you what your problem in Brazil is gonna be. You're gonna have, if you're doing everything you're supposed to do as a man, physically and financially, right, mentally, you're going to have a lot of options. Your problem is gonna be who to choose. Especially if they're opening themselves up and throwing themselves at you. It's like, damn, that's gonna be the hardest part because you don't want to hurt this one really likes you, and you're gonna see different qualities in them that one has and one does very well, right? So you're gonna start weighing out the options. Okay, this one checks out more boxes. This one checks boxes that I really prefer in a woman, but she don't have these. So it's gonna come out, it's gonna be like, damn, bro, I might as well just stay single. Or you just choose one, right? But the mission of all of this, which I still get blown away when people say, they talk shit about who they choose, who men choose, right? What the fuck does it matter? They happy, the girl is happy, let it be that. Because at the end of the day, this is the mission, right? Guys leaving the West, the US, going overseas and settling down, right? I thought that was the mission. So you have guys that still talk shit about that, right?
To say if they have strong effort or not, but I guess if we go down to the choosing signals, they probably put in the most effort when they become someone to you. Like if they're your girlfriend, wife, or whatever, you know, then maybe they put in a lot of effort. But I think so far Brazilian women do show a lot of effort right off the bat, more than what I've seen anywhere else in the world. Not here. Anywhere else in the world, more than what I've seen. Brazilian women just show that more right off the rip. Now, both places do have a good time kind of culture. Let's say that, because you guys know I gotta be careful with my words. Jesus. Both places do have a good time. Like they're both places that people are having fun. Let's just say that. In both places.
So he can't say it, but I'm gonna say it. What he trying to say is, for the people that just don't understand what he's saying, is here in Brazil, they like to have fun and get out, right? Yeah, it's going down like that. In the rated X and the rated R version, all right? And apparently in Tanzania, they like to have a good time like that as well. So it's nothing wrong with that, bro. We're all adults. Everybody's consenting to the shit. That's what it is, all right? So let's keep going.
Places you can still find a wife. I think you'll find a wife a lot quicker here if you go out to a smaller city or another side of town. But I don't think in the tourist zone you'll find a wife.
So I think this is, I think this is more of a universal thing, but you can find a good woman in the tourist zone. But I feel like and I want to say, I could be wrong, but is this, somebody let me know in the comment section if you made it this far in the video, is this the same in the States? The bigger cities are typically places you're not going to find a wife, traditional wife. What would you say? You would find a traditional wife in a big city or a smaller town? But then when you think about it on a smaller town aspect, you have small town heroes, right? So you have the small town baddies, and they hella gassed up because it's like a big fish, small pond mindset. So it's like, it's difficult, right? But I feel like in Brazil and Tanzania it could be extremely different for the simple fact that they don't have that same luxury of a lot of things. They're more humble. They have humble beginnings. They're more down to earth, and I feel like they would be a better option because they still have those traditional values. They still have family close. So once you get outside of those tourist areas, I feel like you're gonna find the better option for a mate. Now, again, can you find them? Yes, that's not saying you're not gonna find them, but it's gonna be a little difficult, right? You gotta really, really be looking for that. But I feel like you have a better chance to find that outside of those key areas.
That fast. I think you would need to learn Swahili and go to Mbezi or go somewhere further west or south, somewhere not in the area that all the tourists are at. That's not, I don't think, and that's pretty much for any country in the world, right? But you're gonna have a harder time finding somebody to settle down long term there, I would say. Correct me if I'm wrong. Now I know a lot of dudes are gonna wanna know if you're a guy that's been to Brazil, you wanna come to Tanzania, and I'm gonna make this my last point. You're probably wondering how affectionate are they here. I'm gonna say maybe behind closed doors, yes, but in public, it's not a thing here. It's not a thing.
That's tough. Because let's say, again, the main goal for a lot of guys is to, well, I would say a lot of the guys talk shit about the women in the States, right? So when you go overseas, you want a more cooperative woman, a more affectionate woman, a woman that's more friendly, outgoing, fun, exciting, affectionate, right? In Brazil, when you go out on dates, a lot of the women, what they'll do is like, y'all can be on the same, they sit on the same side as you. They don't sit across from the table for you. If she really likes you. She's sitting right next to you. She's rubbing on your leg. She's locking her arm with yours. She's laying her head on your shoulder. And it's like they make her plate first. They do all these things. And it's completely different, apparently, in Tanzania. That's a big thing for me. I know a lot of guys get all hyped up over a woman cooking from them. That really don't mean shit for me. I'm more of the affectionate type. You can be affectionate to me. That really shows me a lot, especially in public. Now, not saying the kissing and all that, but the affectionate, that type of shit, right? That goes a long way, and that says a lot. And the fact that they don't do it like that in Tanzania is really mind blowing too.